Hey guys, welcome to the next video in the series. So first I'm going to go over what my current goals are in this game, kind of get you guys oriented to where I'm at. So I've planned out that I'm going to be building Kenrock as my main guy once I unlock him, meaning I want to focus my diamond and dollar spending on Lowling Battle to unlock him sooner. Hootlun is going to be who I'm going to main until then, and I'm going to try to win a couple of Saw rushes before I get Ken with her. Eventually I'm going to unlock Tomo from Horde Battle, but I'm going to wait until my Ken's 4-star so that I can funnel him easier. And Kuba is kind of just my leftover guy who I used to main before I realized he wasn't that good. So my long-term plan is just to keep stockpiling resources and trying to win rushes when the cross-server competition doesn't look as tough. It tends to be easier to win cross-server rushes when your server gets paired up with lower-level servers. So you can see here, S56 is us. We've got 54, 55, 73, 78. So these two are pretty close to us, so we're one of the older servers in this rush, so this is a good one to compete in. Right now, the guy in first only has about 60 million soft gained. You can check their profile. He's, where do you see the VIP on here? Well, you can't see the VIP, oh there it is, VIP 8. Okay, yeah, so he's a really big spender, meaning if I try to beat him up front, he's just going to outspend me. What you do in this case is you wait till the very end of the rush, and then you get all of your points in at the very end so they don't have time to outspend you. So this might be an okay rush for me to compete in. I'm going to take you to my treasury and show you what I got stocked up. I've been stocking up for about 2 months, which has caused me to drop quite a bit in the rankings, but now I'm going to catch up quite a lot. So I've got just a ton of stuff here. The idea here is I want to get all my miscellaneous Sov gained, like the little bits from the Khan swords, the little bits from equipment. I'll get all that up front. That allows me to just do a whole bunch of talent all at once at the end to make a big jump right at the end. So the idea is I'm going to do my small jump, and then afterwards, when it gets to the last day of the rush, I'll do my big jump. So before I dive into the spending of my stockpile, I kind of want to explain a little bit what I did to get here. I was stockpiling for about 2 months. I was like 12th in Sov when I started stockpiling. I've dropped down to 19th due to spending so little. I was about 60 million Sov when I started stockpiling. I'm about 80 now. So I was stockpiling the majority, but I was spending little bits here and there because I made it up to 80, about 80 in that amount of time, 79. And the reason why I was still spending some of my Sov rather than pooling it all is because during these rushes, you want to make sure you're unlocking these reward tiers all the way up to about the 2 or 3 million mark. So every Saw rush that went by, I was spending enough to gain about 3 million, and then I was saving the rest. And also, you don't want to save everything. Like, for example, whenever these milestones came around, like Summon Steel milestones, I would usually use enough to get up to about either the 60 or the 70 mark. I mean, somewhere around there. So I was using little bits here and there. I've just saved the majority. And you just want to kind of grab the low-hanging fruit and then save the rest, and then use it all at once. It's kind of the methodology you use. Alright, so I think that covers the background info pretty well, and the remainder of this video, I'm just going to be kind of unboxing everything that I have saved up, and I'll explain as I'm going through why I'm doing what I'm doing. So it might not be as much talking, it'll be mostly just doing stuff, and you can see what I'm doing. So she's going to hopefully be up to level 400 before the end of the Silver Rush. Let me show you how the Silver Rush is going right now. So right now, first place has about 87 billion spent in silver. That's about how much it takes to get an advisor to level 400. So if I can get 1 to 400 plus a few others leveled up, I can probably surpass that. So I might be able to take first in the Silver Rush. The only issue is I'm a little bit short on the promotion seals. I can show you that too. So I've got these, that's fine. I've got these, that's fine. The only one I'm missing is this tier. So I'm going to need to come up with a few more of these in order to be able to get her all the way to 400, which should be doable. I can get them from Horde Store, Beast Store, and then Canopoly is running right now. I can get a few from there as well. So I'll try to get those before the Silver Rush ends. I'll try to win the Silver Rush, and then the Sob Rush, I'm not going to be spending everything until right at the very end, but I'm going to try to win that too later. So let's start with, go ahead and take her up. She's going to be my main. I'm going to be maining her until I get Kenrock, so I'm going to be devoting everything to her for like the next 2-3 months or so. Before Kubo was my main, but he kind of sucks, so I'm not building him anymore. Alright, and these are the ones that I still need. So let's see how much Sov that got me. That got me, just ranking her up, about 500,000. Not a whole lot. Didn't really expect to get a whole lot from that, so I'm not surprised. Let's see. I can put these into her now. So these are all random. They're just going to go to whoever they go to. Can't control who these go to. This is going to take a while. I'll use the rest of those later. These you can control who they go to, so I'll put them directly into her. Oop. And then I guess I'll go ahead and give her equipment. Well, I don't know if I should do equipment yet. Let me think about that a little bit. So the equipment doesn't give you quite as much Sov as the talent does, but it does help for running a village. I'm going to want to throw her into a village. Let's see. Who can I replace here? So she's a fighter. Yeah, I haven't actually thought this out yet. But I guess I could have her replace Hanjo for now. Because he's a fighter and his village is pretty high level. So I guess for now we'll do that. Swap her out. She's definitely going to be stronger than Hanjo by the time this is all done. So. Alright, and then Hanjo's stronger than Sub, so I'll pull him out. And then, what else can I do? So now that I've got my summon seals kind of used up, I'm in my treasury. I'm going to kind of start from the bottom and work my way up. I don't need any of these guys. I'm not trying to star him up, so we get rid of all those. Don't need these. I do need these, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. Now the reason why I need him is because he's part of Kuba's collection. And I invested so much in Kuba already, I might as well max out the stars in his collection. The reason why that's worth doing is because if I max out these guys, then any scrolls I get for them are going to turn into universal scrolls. So it's worth doing. That's as far as I can get him without using any of the universal scrolls, and I don't want to use universal scrolls, so we'll stop there for now. This guy's part of Kuba's collection too, so the same logic applies. Okay, I don't want to use any universal scrolls, so we'll leave it at that. Go back to the treasury. Oops, we're in the wrong page. Treasury. Down to the bottom. Bottom's where all your good stuff is. And we'll go back to what we were doing, so I'll combine the remainders here. I don't need this guy. Don't need this guy. Combine the remainders. Don't need this guy. Now he's very close to being 5-star, so I think we'll go ahead and make the executive decision to get him to 5-star. Can take these, they're random. And then check and see how many do I still need to max him. I can max him now, and that's worth doing. Because he's got a, yeah, it's worth doing. So I already built him a lot. Alright. And now any scrolls I get for him will become universal scrolls. If I hadn't built him a lot already, I would not have put that many stars into him. But see, not only have I already built him a lot, my collection for him right now is, it's already maxed. See, I've got his collection maxed already. This is something I did back before I knew what I was doing, really. I thought he was going to be really good, so I built him, but it turns out he wasn't that great. So if I was starting from scratch, I wouldn't have put anything into him, but because he's already as strong as he is, it's worth it to finish getting to 5-star. But if I had to start all over again, I wouldn't put anything into him. Alright, now back we go. Don't need these. I think I am saving these, if I remember correctly. Because eventually I want to build Tomo, and he's part of her collection. But I don't need these. Don't need these. I don't need these. Don't need these. Don't need these. Don't need these. I don't need these. Don't need these. Don't need these. I do need these. I don't need these. So let's go to both these guys and use what we can. Here's this guy. Okay, that's good for now. This guy. We don't want to use the universal scrolls, so we'll just leave that alone. Okay, back down to the bottom. I do want those. I don't need these. Oh, I don't have any reds yet, so I can't combine them yet. Okay, so these will just hang around until Ken's unlocked, and then eventually I'll be able to combine them into Ken and use them later. But for now, they just have to sit in my inventory. So now we can start combining universal scrolls. Combine all these. And then combine all these. And then combine all these. There we go. 290. So I know for sure that I want to get her at least to 2-star this rush, so I can go ahead and do that. Okay, she's 2-star. I'll probably get her to 3-star, honestly, but for now we'll stop there, because we don't want to use more SOV than we have to in the rush, and I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to need to use. So we're going to pause at that, and then we'll go ahead and upgrade her presence. And then we'll see where we're at. Let's see. 6.5 million in 7th place now, so I still have quite a ways to go. There's some other miscellaneous things I can do to gain SOV, like for example, raising my heirs. I can do that. I'll do that a bunch more when you're not watching me. There's a lot of miscellaneous advisors who have talent here, so I'm going to go ahead and give them all their talent. We actually have even more talent in our treasury. Just random talent. Takes a while to unbox all this talent. Okay, we finally used up all that talent, so now we can go to the advisors and allocate it. Start at the bottom, like I like to do, and work my way up. Talent. Okay. It doesn't really matter which talents you raise with experience. The only one that matters is making sure you use the medallions and the high level ones. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any medallions this SOV rush, so that might not matter. Leftover Kuba, I can give him these. Looking like I'm not actually going to be able to go as high as I thought. I thought I was going to be able to take first in the cross server pretty easily, but it's looking like I might not be able to get first at all. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and use a whole bunch more of my resources and see how close I can get. Let's see here. I think I'll use about half and see where that gets me. So I'll use about 600 of those. It's a lot of clicking. My saw isn't going up as much as I hoped it would. I mean, it's going up, but I kind of thought it would be a little more than this. It's because her growth rate isn't that high yet. She's not 4 stars yet. So the talent isn't helping as much as it otherwise would. We'll see where that puts me. Still not very close, honestly. I'm only halfway there. That's actually not looking so good. My theory is the reason I haven't gained that much saw off of her yet is because she's still level 250, and all that talent I put in her and everything is going to be giving me a lot more saw after I get up to 400. So we'll have to see after I try to win the Silver Rush if my saw goes up accordingly. I might still have a shot at winning the cross-server saw rush. If not, then I guess I was wrong about how much saw I can gain. So I'm back again. There's a little bit of a time skip. We're on the last day of the Silver Rush now. I just want to say I kind of learned something during making this video. You really shouldn't judge the cross-server rushes by the first day, and they can really be unwinnable if you're not planning on spending a lot. These cross-server rushes now are just insane. We're still in the same cross-server rush as the start of the video, and this guy who's currently winning it is at 132 million SOB gained. So yeah, I'm not topping that. That's more SOB than I even have right now, much less how much I could gain in one go. So we're going to give up on winning the cross-server rushes, and we're just going to consider the server rush. So I'm first in the server rush right now by a decent margin, and I'm about to spend my silver because I got enough seals to level up my advisor. So we'll see if we can also win the silver rush. We're not going to try to win the cross-server rushes, those are just insane. Maybe if got a little luckier in our pairings for the cross-server, we could go for that, but not this time. So go ahead and spend this silver. I'll take her to 300. And I'll go ahead and take her to 350 as well, I guess. Let's see where that puts us. That put me in 3rd place, and let's see how I rated myself. Gained plenty of SOB there. The question is, now, do I want to go ahead and win the Silver Rush, or should I save it for next time? I don't actually know the answer to that. Let's see what kind of rewards I get. So, the rewards for this are not that great, honestly. And then compare them to the cross-server rush. If I save my silver, I might be able to get 3rd in the next cross-server rush, and 3rd in the next cross-server rush will be, wouldn't be that great either. So I guess it doesn't really matter that much about the silver. Silver isn't going to give me that great of rewards either way. So let's just consider it purely from the SOB perspective. Yeah, I'm not getting into the top 5 this rush regardless of what I do. I'll probably be okay to keep 10th if I don't do anything further. So in terms of the cross-server rush, it's probably better to save it. In terms of the server rush, it's definitely better to save it, because I'm winning this by a comfortable margin already. So I think my conclusion is that I'm not going to spend the rest of my silver this rush. And the reason for that is I think it would be better to spend it next rush. But I haven't completely decided yet, because another thing to consider is if I wait to gain the Sov, I'm not going to be able to do as well in earning meat, earning silver, earning soldiers, everything until the next rush, because my advisor won't be as strong. So it's not really a very easy decision to make. But I'm kind of leaning towards saving it. And the reason is because it looks like I'll get more rewards if I just save it rather than spending it now. At least from the Sov perspective. See, the silver perspective, though, I could get first this time. It's kind of a difficult decision. I think I'm going to go ahead and spend it now. And the reason for that is in lowland battle, where you can earn Ken tokens, it's a little easier to earn Ken tokens if you have really strong advisors. And since I'm kind of undecided about what I want to do here, I think I'm going to lean towards the direction that's going to make it easier for me to unlock Ken, because I definitely know for sure that I want Ken as soon as possible. And so if I'm on the fence about what to do, I might as well go in the direction that gets me Ken easier. So with that logic in mind, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade her again. And I don't think I want to use all, just enough to win the silver rush this time. So let's see, how much do I need to use? That'd put me in second place. And that put me in first place. So that's fine, I think. I'll save the rest. I just wanted enough to get first in this rush, and then I can save the rest for next time. So that's all for this video. I hope it made sense. If there's any questions or comments, go ahead and post them in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time.